was just a little test there. It wasn't necessarily going live.
No, but I like how during the test you even threw it in. You're like, okay, got my rhythm. Time to go.
Yeah.
I mean,
now we're ready.
yeah. Can we open with Piano Man?
No.
It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday.
You couldn't even adjust it.
What do you mean adjust it? I'm tone deaf, guy. I don't hear
It's 6
anything.
o'clock on a Wednesday.
Regular podcast shuffles in.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Apply it to the situation if you're
Three
gonna...
guys on a microphone. Big Al, Joel, and Jim.
That was fucking amazing. I gotta be honest.
Yeah. What do you mean? It's a pasta. He's not a real pasta. He's an imposter.
And he didn't even do Big Al hands while he came up with that. I'm very proud of you.
I told you I'm not on a roll today, guy. That's why I brought Jenna Rose. I was like, fuck it. What?
You're such a
Every
kiss ass.
rose has its thorn.
Except for the ones that don't.
Girl, I've known you very well. I've seen you growing every day. I never really looked before, but now you take my breath away. Is that too soon, you think? You're in my life, part of everything. I know you got me working day and night, just trying to keep my hold on you. Here in your arms, I found my paradise. Don't look at me like that.
Well, I just...
My only chance for happiness. And if I lose you now, I think I would die. I will say you'll always be my baby. We can make it shut. We can take forever, just a minute at a time. More than a woman. More than a woman to me. I got nothing. I was just,
She's got a dick.
No, it just amazes me. I hear it outside the podcast, and like I even catch myself bobbing the head. But when you play it here, for some reason, it just like...
That's because you're looking at me instead of doing something else and just
No.
getting into the music.
No.
You're like watching me dance and sing it.
I was.
I was bobbing my head and thinking about the premise of the first 2 seasons of Frasier while we did that.
What
Well,
was
that
the
would be
premise
where-
of the, wait, what was the premise of the first
I don't
two
know. I
seasons?
never got to it.
No, that's
I was
be-
trying to think the whole time.
When he moved from Boston to Seattle.
I
Yeah.
mean, that's the premise of the pilot. But then he becomes something in Seattle. He becomes
The radio guy.
I mean, spoiler alert. He
It's only been-
becomes the radio personality.
Longest running TV character ever.
I'm Frasier Crane. I'm always listening.
Live action.
Is it live action?
Yeah, 'cause
'cause
Simpsons.
Yeah.
Simpsons breaks that record every time.
Simpsons breaks every record
They're,
every time.
you know, it's like how you can't ever catch up to somebody that's older than you. Like, you'll always be that many years apart. That's always going to be for The Simpsons. I just don't see them ever ending it. I mean, I know it's got to happen eventually.
Have you
but
watched any of the new ones recently?
They're all great still. They really,
Really?
are. Yeah. People hate on it without knowing.
They
Watch
use
the episodes.
Harvard writers, man. They use like...
It's
I
good
mean,
stuff still. I mean, it wouldn't still be on the air. Imagine how much they're having to pay the voice actors. They even took a pay cut a couple years ago. Like a couple $100,000 an episode pay cut
Yeah, Hank Azaria and all
to
that.
keep
Yeah.
to keep it going. Like, why wouldn't you just do? That's fucking easy money for a voice actor. You go in there and talk.
Favorite Simpsons character not in the main 5? I'll even give you top 3 if you want to, because I'm on a big top 3 kick this week for some reason.
Well, I mean, Flanders isn't bad. You know.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Okay, yeah.
Nothing
So
at
with
all.
Homer out of the equation,
Yeah.
Where do you stand? You got anybody you're thinking?
Who's the?
Sometimes.
Right.
I don't know.
Who's that guy?
Barney.
Yeah, Barney.
Could
I like
Barney when Barney yells, could you just like, yeah.
Nadia sounds just like him when you sit back.
That
Ah,
guy, and then I always like Krusty just because he was a clown.
Yeah.
Don't even need to know anything about him.
I don't like clowns, but
Yeah.
Krusty the Clown being he's anti-comedy. Like somebody said, he's the least funny person.
Yeah.
But that's what makes him hilarious.
Yes, it's-
because he's just your typical
typical
Jew
hack.
stereotype.
He's in
hack.
comic book guy. So. What
No,
he
that's
doesn't
not
see-
comic book guy. That's no.
No,
The
that
fat-
is.
the fat
yeah,
guy?
that is comic book guy. I like Mo,
the
man.
ponytail?
I think I'm gonna go with Mo. Mo would be on the list. Hey, Homer. So yeah, I can't.
Oh my God, that was almost an impression.
Dude,
say
I'm
it again.
I won't.
But
I'm
that
not
was-
ruining that shit. I'm walking out. You're lucky I stay for the rest of the
There are
podcast.
there are Simon
I'm out,
parts here.
man. I
see more butts. No.
think mine was better, Frank.
Yeah, it was.
Wow, man, I'm too.
Is that what you're doing? You're doing Frank Caliendo?
I was doing Frank Caliendo doing Mo.
Well, that's what I mean. So every impression now I have to wonder if it's filtered through a third party
I don't know.
of Frank Caliendo.
I do
It
all
was
my.
a cover, so it might be third party.
I do most of my impressions as Scarface.
Yeah, you do.
Scarface. This is my impersonation of Scarface thing. Charles Barkley.
But it seems like your jaw's too tight.
That's terrible, man. That's terrible. Terrible, man. Just like the impersonation.
Oh, it is terrible. Knuckle hair. That was so bad.
What else?
Still got the
Look at
iPhone
the-
5 thing on your door.
The what?
There's like a mail slot.
Oh.
There's no mail slot in the door, so it just shows the
There
door.
is not a mail slot in the door. I mean,
Oh, so, okay, welcome to the podcast. I'm Big Al. You might know me as Big Al.
I'm Jim.
Oh, we're not
White.
even going to go into the intro, huh? God damn it.
welcome to the Joel Henderson Show. My name is Joel Henderson. With me, as always, to my left, Jim.
Cletus Reeves.
Your left.
My name is Cletus Reeves.
Stage left.
And
Nope,
two
that's
in
still
front
wrong.
of me,
Yep. And to the front of Jim.
we have.
And my
See,
left.
Now you're throwing me off when you said front of Jim.
We
I
have
looked behind me to see that it's me, Big Al. Hi, you might know me as Big Al. I just said that.
This week,
Before
he's
we
known by
reset.
Jason Tennis Balls.
Jay says, ooh, I like that. That's not bad. Jason Tennis Balls.
Need a ball to hit.
So
Those
does that mean
are-
they're saggy or they're firm? You would have firm, bouncy
Why give them the
balls.
money when you can give it to us? Jason Tennis Balls.
Sounds like
Jason.
an attorney at law. So Amazon, huh? You know, if you're listening and you're getting ready to go back to school and you're going to do some school shopping, you got to buy those like, resale college books used. You get a discount on Amazon. You might as well go through the website there at comeuppancenetwork.com. Am I saying that right?
No.
No,
You're
that's
not
my-
saying that wrong.
I,
right at all.
I
None
said,
of that is right.
I lost my,
You're literally
I lost my
just
notes
saying it
already.
wrong.
I'm sorry. I came
You mean
up
those two
prepared.
Post-its you put your piece of gum in before we started?
For
With
example,
writing
Big
on
Al,
it?
you could tell them if you find it easier or for you to remember because it's, your brand, you could tell them to go to allthatisbig.com and then
that's
tell
right.
them to click the Amazon link on the right side when the page loads in because it takes the same page. If Jim had wanted to keep jimlinus.com, for example, that could have forwarded to comeuppance.com until he
Yeah, but I
decided
can't-
to content.
I don't know. See,
That's usually what I do anyways.
He doesn't know that.
No, why would you?
I don't know why he would
Trademark.
need to know that.
No.
Why do you need to know CSS?
to keep up with the layout because I don't want to use just the WordPress theme.
Well, then don't
Ooh.
install WordPress.
Then
What's the
then it would
difference? I
just
don't-
be boring, and I'd have to come up with something. That's what I mean. I don't know how to lay it out.
Oh, you don't know how to be interesting?
I know how to be interesting. I don't know how to lay out a website, Miguel.
I don't either. Does somebody, and that's my problem.
Yeah.
I don't know what to put on there. Joel does a good job with RDS, but I mean, let's just give him more shit to do, right? I mean,
Well,
he
we
doesn't have
built-
enough.
we did build that website from scratch.
What, the RDS one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know, man. But I mean,
I
you
built
know,
the framework for it. I
yeah.
mean,
But is it a WordPress?
no,
What kind of website is that?
WordPress is where you install.
That's what I have, right? That's what outthatisbig.com
Yeah,
is.
where it gives you almost like a MySpace backend. Where you could go in there and make a
Oh.
post or create a page or
Oh, wow,
things
okay.
like
It
that.
is very MySpacious.
Yeah.
Now that you say that.
But they
Is
just
that
keep
a word?
updating that. No,
It
because
is.
you didn't say it properly.
They
If you had
can't
said
hear you shake your
MySpace-ish,
head.
they can see him. If
yeah,
if you want
watching
to
it,
if
yeah.
you want to watch this podcast, you can go to the Comeuppance YouTube channel, youtube.com/comeuppance.
I
.com.
talked to somebody said they watched it actually.
No, .com. What?
.com.
.com.
No, comeuppance.com is another thing.
Dot
Network.
com. Network.
There's no network in the .com.
Network.
What do you mean there's no network in
It's
the .com?
comeuppance.com.
Network.
Comeuppance.net because network. Well, that actually wouldn't be bad.
That wouldn't be bad.
Comeuppance.net because it's a network.
Comeuppance network. Mm.
Jeez, let's just make it more difficult
Why don't
for
you just
people to
comeuppance.com,
find.
shut the fuck
Yeah,
up.
I mean,
Why don't you just buy the one and then have it, chain through? So
Can you buy like .1.com? Could you buy .1.com?
What do you mean? DOT the number one or the spelling?
DOT, I actually like hashtag DOT1.com.
You can't put a hashtag in a .com.
Why not?
You use the hashtag to make your .com a search name.
Oh, really?
Yes, and you can't even do a period in a hashtag, so it would just be hashtag
So
.1.
what if it? So it was. Then you would just spell out #.1. That's
So
actually a pretty good name
basically,
for
in
a
between
website.
the
I like that.
www dot and the .com is
He
a,
wants to
is
write
a hashtag.
No, he wants to write hashtag.
Yeah, #DOT, the number symbol 1.
What do you mean the number symbol
hashtag
1? You
dot
can't
one.
do a number symbol.
Oh, you can't do a one number symbol.
If you could use a hashtag.
Okay,
what
I
the
see
fuck
what you're
is?
saying. I don't know, guy. I'm computer illiterate.
But
Give me a Mac.
we just discussed that we had to spell out hashtag because you can't use that symbol in between www and .com.
I didn't put symbol and number together.
I'm sorry, I'm still thinking of season 2 of Frasier.
What about it?
I just don't know what happened.
What was the dog's name?
Why are you interested in Frasier?
I
What
don't
was the
know.
dog's name? Wasn't Ricky, was it?
It was like
No, he should.
Max or Baxter or
no,
something.
it was none of those. Why would you even be worried about season 2 if you haven't even watched enough to know that the dog's name is Eddie?
Eddie, damn, that's it.
Well, yeah, I just haven't seen it in a while, but I've watched all 9 seasons.
I mean,
Then
here's
why are you concerned about season 2?
well, here's a
I was
softball.
just randomly thinking of
It's
stuff.
probably Niles pining over. What's her name?
Lilith. No,
No, not
that's
Lilith.
Frasier's. What question for 2 imaginary, non-redeemable, valuable points? What was Frasier's dad's profession?
He was an ex-cop.
Ooh, correct, Jim, for 2 points.
His job wasn't that he was an ex-cop. His old job used to be that he was a police officer, to specify.
Who was
That's
that?
the correct answer. We'll take your specification.
Okay.
Frasier's dad. Jim's up 2-0.
Yeah. Oh, we're playing a.
Meva's
I don't know. I mean, we were gonna do random Frasier trivia.
Meva's Je.
What was
Anything trivia.
Ooh. Okay, I got one.
That just
I got one.
it out. Who invented the door? John. Fuck. No, I'm just kidding.
What was Frasier's assistant's name?
Damn.
Not an answer.
Roz.
Joe. Correct for 2 points. 2 game. 2-2.
You're not even keeping score, are you?
No, we're just go back to 0 now. It's reset. You guys are even again. I mean, I'm not going to ask you right off the bat. It's going to be randomly throughout the pit podcast.
For the heat.
Oh, we're not. This isn't.
It's not just like a. I mean, we don't do segments.
Yeah,
so.
there's no format for it.
No.
It's just.
So doesn't mean we can't do it.
What do you mean?
No, he's saying he's just gonna pop it up, whatever.
Yeah.
His penis. I mean,
So you guys over the Robin Williams thing?
I mean, I'm
been
annoyed.
3
I'm annoyed
days.
with people already about it.
It got annoying fast, man.
I'm annoyed with people that feel the need to instantly go to the obvious stuff before waiting for the test results. People
What
on
if we-
Facebook are all over, cokehead,
But
cokehead.
what if we-
Everybody knows that. You're saying it like you're trying to make him look bad. That's the only reason to say that. It's not just to state a fact. It's to make the guy to tarnish his reputation in some way,
It's
and it
not to
doesn't.
It's not.
Has
to-
there
it
ever-
doesn't. You can't tarnish his reputation.
Exactly,
there
but
ever
but
been-
why try? And I
Yeah.
feel like that's what people are doing. Why the fuck try to tarnish his reputation instead of just have? I don't respect anybody who kills themselves necessarily. I mean,
There's
I
no
have
value.
a-
Well, wait a second. Here you go. Is what you're. Suicide is just suicide. There's no like numerical value on the dramaticity or the case or the scenario. Like you kill yourself, you kill yourself.
Unless you're really high.
And
up.
that's what. And like when I said it earlier, like I don't.
I wasn't talking about you,
No,
though,
but I
but
did. I
you
said
did-
it. I
you
did
did
say
echo
it.
the same
but I didn't.
sentiment.
But I didn't mean it like that. It's just like I don't have time for somebody that wants to kill themselves. There's people out there every day like real struggles to get up every day and struggle through life. And
hustling.
hustling,
but
whatever,
I also
man.
don't buy the other side of it. There was an article today about how that you're supposed to look at. It was obviously pro, feeling for the person with depression. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it was like you're not supposed to be mad that they couldn't stay. You're supposed to be glad that they hung on as long as they did because that was a struggle for them.
It's
And,
just
like,
something
it's-
people tell people to make people feel better. Sorry,
I
there was a lot
mean-
of Peter Piper.
Yeah, but don't be like
pickles in
so
there.
non-sensitive about it.
I
'cause
feel
I've
like
been
there's
depressed.
a happy medium there, but
yeah.
And like when it happens, you're just like,
But I
what
mean,
the
it is,
fuck?
and it is what it is. And here's the thing: is that like when you see like in all the arts in the Juilliard theaters, there's the classic happy clown face and the sad clown face,
Yeah.
and that's like Robin Williams in a nutshell.
Mm-hmm.
Like it really is. Like he's the funniest guy, happiest, but he's got demons. Everybody's got demons. He's just one, man. That's
well,
it.
You don't have to be happy, even if you're happy.
No, it's torture genius. You don't
Like,
have
I
to be
mean-
tortured to be a genius, but it comes with the territory. Believe me, I know.
Just I don't know. I know it's not something that you necessarily can just like go, depression, go away, like tough through it. But I feel like you at least have to be mentally tough to try.
Well, and he tried, man. He had just got out of rehab or another
I know,
12-step
but you got a
program
bunch
or
of
something.
kids and stuff. I don't know. I feel like I was saying it earlier in a jokey way, but I really feel like it would eliminate some of the familial stress. Is if the person, if you're going to fucking hang yourself like that, don't make your family think that they weren't enough for you and that you hated your life or whatever, and that's why you killed yourself. Just fucking pull your dick out and leave it hanging there, so it looks like you died trying to do that thing, and at least then they go, well, he was trying to have fun. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to be funny about it. I'm just saying, really, you'd be embarrassed by it.
Well, they're not
You-
even
but you
saying
would
if
think
he
it was an
left a
accident,
note
you know?
or not. They're
They-
not even saying if he left a
No,
note.
they said we're not discussing the note yet.
Yeah. Oh, so there is a note, huh?
There's,
He said we're not discussing the note or any.
yeah, we're not discussing that
Huh.
yet.
Possibility of a note or
But
something.
I am imagining that there is a note. It's Robin Williams. There's no way he has too much to say to go out without a note. Whether or not we get to hear it or not is, probably.
For
no.
1 point, what is the name of Niles' wife?
The first wife.
Yes.
God,
that
I
we
can't
never
remember.
saw.
Yep.
I can't
Judith?
remember.
What is it?
Judith.
It was not Judith.
No.
Miriam. No, wait.
Fuck.
Oh, I'm
no,
so
you
close.
can't keep answering.
Yeah, he's got to have
It's
it turned out.
it is something with an M. I can't fucking remember it though. God damn, I can't. No, I got nothing. I can't remember it. Go ahead, Big L.
Well, no. Here's the deal: is
He
that it
doesn't
was
get to
worth.
keep
It was
going.
it was worth 1 point. Okay.
So?
So if you could pull it throughout the episode, you get an extra point, 2 points. Because it's gonna come to you, man. Because I had it and I lost it when you said Judith. Because it's not Judith. Because it's
Oh, so
we just
he
said
lost
Lilith.
it now.
I lost it. Yeah. So if you pull it, it's worth 2 points. Callers, you get 3.
There no,
Oh shit! Hold on.
there's no callers. Don't make me play the music again.
No, don't play the music again. I'm done with the Robin Williams stuff too, man. Like, it's over, man. Let everybody go. Let it be. It's nobody else's business but his and his family's, really.
Yeah,
The guy's
I mean,
hilarious, though, man. He really is.
Yeah, I don't really know what to say about it. That was the only real thing that came out of it for me, was that like that would be less of a blow to me as a son.
102 movies he was in, they said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he did some great ones, obviously. What Dreams May Come.
That was a good one.
That
1
was
hour
one of the-
photo. I actually like.
That's what, yeah.
Yeah, that was a
He's
creepy
actually,
one,
I think
or whatever.
he did better creepy.
Well, yeah,
creepy
because he went
characters.
from happy-go-lucky, seemingly.
He did an
Mork
episode of
and-
Law and Order,
Just
man,
because
that
of the
was fantastic.
The shock.
Yeah, the
Okay.
like.
You're like, whoa, he's usually goofy. It's
Yeah,
funny.
the
Hey,
SVU.
have you seen that?
I saw some of the previews for it, but I
Dude,
didn't see
it's
the
one of the
episode.
best episodes ever. No bullshit, man.
I'm sure it is.
We should watch that after this. Can you dig it?
Possibly. I
Do you
mean,
have the new Captain America movie?
No, I don't want the new Captain America
See,
movie.
man, God damn
It
it.
doesn't interest me at all, unfortunately, Guy. I'm sorry. Captain America is just not in my wheelhouse. I mean, nor are many other superheroes, but there's
Excuse
a
me.
few.
Yeah, we were just
Yes.
talking about they're making Thor a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's move on.
I'm okay with that, man.
What was the movie you were asking?
Captain America.
Oh.
The Winter Soldier.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's there.
We'll see if you can get the Robin Williams SVU, actually.
That's what we were talking about.
Yeah. God damn it, now I really can't think of the broad's name. Niles' his wife.
Right?
Niles and...
I want to say Miriam.
No, it's
not
not
Miriam.
Miriam. It's Niles.
It's one of those names that was exclusive to her.
Yeah.
It was like Lilith in that sense, where you had never really heard Lilith before.
No, but you hear the name and you know who it is. I don't want to have to look it up now, man.
Yeah. I don't care. It's
Nadia.
somebody- No, it's not Nadia.
That would be hot if it was. You ever know any Nadias?
Yeah, I went to school with one.
Did you? See, you would have never thought that there was a Nadia in Roselawn.
Why would you not think that?
I mean, Nadia sounds exotic.
She came from the porn slave industry.
Wow,
She was a victim. So
that's fantastic.
Want to bring that up? While we're
Thinking
talking
about-
about dead people.
Speaking of that, I can't wait to finish up on The
Jesus.
Wire. Robin Williams, SVU.
Why are you
boom.
staring at the screen? Keep talking. If
Oh,
I'm
'cause I
doing
was
something
looking
like
at
that,
that.
I'm obviously doing admin
when
stuff.
we were talking about the thing.
Don't just
So
turn
do you have
and
any
look
more
at me
new? Let's
surfing the
let's
web.
do a Piano Man cover.
No.
Why not, man?
Let's
You
do
can play the
something
Ego
else.
too. What do you want to do then?
Let's do one word storytelling. Okay.
Okay.
Yesterday,
Smith
was
jumping
off
cliffs.
and
Rain
came
from
the
clouds.
so
Wilson
who
is
my
volleyball.
said
Hey,
Fuck.
Peter
in
The
Pan.
which
contains.
Reiteration.
That's
a
thing?
Sexually.
Well,
Ouch.
okay, let's start over.
what the fuck was that?
we gotta go clockwise. I was
Okay,
getting
wait. No,
confused.
so is that what we're going to do? Yeah, because we were just. Well, no, he just hopped in over here, man.
That's okay. We can do clockwise.
Clockwise is which way? This
Me,
way.
Joe, you. Me, Joe,
Okay.
you. TV. TV.
Your turn, Jay. You go after
No,
Jim.
go ahead.
Okay. TV.
Okay. Industry.
That's you can't say TV industry as the start of a sentence.
Why?
How would we continue? TV industry owner
Makes
lots
Memorabilia.
oh
No,
my god.
this is the
no.
stupidest fucking thing I've
No,
ever
it is
heard.
not. If we
No.
were saying
He can't
sentences.
do it. He
Yeah.
can't, Big
No,
Al
let's
can't
go.
just say words as
Okay.
if they're a
Yeah.
sentence.
I
He's trying to throw you off instead of do it.
Mm-mm. I'm waiting for
Well, it's
you.
supposed to
We're
be-
trying to go in an
I'm
order.
not going. I'm not doing it.
You're
Just
not
go.
going in
No,
it? Oh.
Just go.
Okay.
What do you mean?
I
Walk.
around
Corners.
to
Elevate.
my
Legs.
so
The wind. Ah, damn. The
wind
blows.
around
My
face
as
the
stars.
create
Light.
in
The
The
sky.
Joel Henderson Show does not sponsor this part of the.
Dude, this is fucking fun. I don't know what you're talking
You're
about.
just saying
No.
the everybody. You're just kind of like the
Because.
and the.
Okay.
I mean, like I thought you're not gonna tell a story or do something with
Alright.
it. It's just like to keep words coming out.
Yeah, that's part of it. I don't know. It was on who's
Like
line.
I mean, we can do
Alright.
that, but like you could make it funny as well. Or like
I said create. That's a funny word. Okay. Lost.
Vampires.
Wander.
Alleys.
so
Bums.
indiscriminately.
stab.
Other.
Bums.
I mean, that's what happens, though, huh? I mean, you win some, you lose some. For 3 points, what was the name of the maid who soon to be was Niles' second wife?
Daphne.
Correct.
Met.
Joel up by 3. Still 2 points for Niles' first wife's name. This podcast is
Edith?
not Edith. No.
No.
But
Almost.
you're getting there. You're getting there. Aqua di Gio. Have you ever smelled the female version of the Aqua di Gio? Like, think about it. We just learned this, like, it just really, Aqua di Gio means water of guy, right? In whatever language.
Whoa! Where'd you get Geo means guy?
Because the girl version is Gia.
Yeah, but that's just because every word does that.
So, what does Gia mean? Do you know? Is Aqua di Gio, is that an Italian thing?
Plant, it means plant version of.
It's water of something, or it's
Yeah,
something
water
of
of-
water.
So when you have a Gia pets,
Gia.
it is a plant version of
Have you ever had
pets.
seriously, anybody ever had a Chia pet?
I remember you having one.
Who?
It wasn't Michael
You.
Jordan, I swear to God, Big Al.
No, it was the jackass from the movie, the donkey.
From the movie.
Well, I don't know what the movie was.
Because
Shrek.
you immediately
Was that
associate Shrek with
Jackass.
Chia Pets.
If we're talking about the movie,
yeah.
I mean, it can only be Shrek. But
Wow.
yeah.
I've never seen Shrek.
Donkey!
Oh, we're back to Frank Caliendo, huh?
Was that Frank
That was
Caliendo
supposed to be
does Eddie Murphy?
No, it wasn't.
Seashells,
In.
ice,
Make.
lovers.
Go.
Ooh.
Ah.
And.
Mmm.
So,
When
raccoons
ejaculate
on
bums,
a
vampire,
fucks
you?
no.
You can't just change
It's not
the
a back
story.
and forth.
Yeah.
You guys are forgetting that it's not that. It's a one continuous story. You're not
Yeah.
trying to throw the other person off.
Did you get the Law and Order SVU by
I'm
chance?
still trying to find
No.
where the hell it is.
Can you do a
individually.
Robin Williams impersonation? No, that's Robin Williams
Okay,
doing
my first thought, honestly, was Jim's gonna be pissed, and not because Robin Williams died, but because
Oh my god, because Kyle Laws is going to hang himself because he wants Mrs. Doubtfire in real life?
No, because they had basically confirmed that there was going to be a Mrs. Doubtfire too, which was
Well, I didn't even actually think about that until you mentioned the No Miss Doubtfire too. I'm like, oh shit. Like,
I figured that
also-
was the first thing you thought was, oh, shit.
I'm telling you, the first thing I thought was that World's Greatest Dad movie, which was not a big movie at all, where he found his son, like, pants down and belts tied together from the head of his bed, and he was sitting on the foot of his bed, like, leaned over, dead.
Yeah.
And Robin Williams found his son like that, and then, like, hung him up in the closet. You see him, like, hanging him up there, like, trembling, and then, like, writing a fake note and all this other, because he was embarrassed. And then he called the cops, and then he, because of the fake suicide note, became this big author. Was on Oprah and shit. It was really weird.
Now, wait, what?
Yeah, I thought of that movie right away. I was like, that's fucked up. I mean, obviously it's fucked up.
That is fucked up, man.
Plus it's
Aladdin,
the-
a whole new podcast.
I don't know why he said that just then. Do you?
Join on a magic copyright.
Did you know most of the stuff was improv?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Especially the Jack Nicholson stuff, man.
That's a really good genie doing Jack Nicholas. Almost said Nicholson.
You
God
almost
damn.
said the right one.
I know, I almost
It was
said
close.
the right one. I almost
I was
did.
so
God
close to
damn it.
being correct.
Yeah.
Anything else happen this week?
Oh, I don't know, man. I'm not up on current events. All you do is
I
fucking
mean, that's
work.
pretty much. I can't think of anything else like pop culture wise that's of any discussion.
Are we doing a pop culture segment?
I'm just thinking.
How do you find new music nowadays? Like, where do I go to hear?
Spotify.
Is that what I do? Just like they have like a
You
new
put
music
in
section?
you put in an artist that you like, and then they play stuff that's like that. But then they give you new versions, or not new versions,
so like,
but they give
it's
you
like
stuff.
Pandora.
I
Yes.
seriously just get new music from whoever performs at SNL in that season that I haven't heard of.
It's actually not a bad idea. It's pretty decent
Well,
concept.
the live performances for me, like just watching bands play, I'm either like ugh, with like a mixture of visual and what the song is, or I'm like, this is kind of cool.
They got open mic night at Bar Louie, man, on Saturdays now. You should go up there and rock it, man. And when we'll just go film Teen Wolf 3. Whatever happens, happens.
I asked for a keg of beer,
Give me a keg of
but I only
beer.
ask one, so then it cuts to me helping them roll it out of the storage room.
Nobody's gonna
Like
give
a
it to
Don
you.
Pablo's, where it was just
Yes.
like a fucking like what happened? Well, today we did the pulled out a new keg. Ooh, here's a beer.
Here's a beer.
It was a bad day.
Riveting.
What do you mean?
Why?
I'm
how did
trying
we
to
get
talk,
to Don Pablo's?
I was trying to talk him into going to do a Teen Wolf 3 at Saturday at Bar Louie in Maryville, where they have open mic night after 9.
Well, wait a minute. A couple questions.
Sure, go
off
ahead.
the
Go
back
ahead.
of that.
Go ahead. Fire away.
So how is he? Open mic night. That does
Yeah.
not imply that you're going to be able to act things out on stage.
Sure, you would.
Who, Jim? I thought you
Multiple
performed
people.
I could
Linus.
just do a theater show, and we could just
No,
happen
but
to
you
be filming
said
it.
do Teen Wolf 3, which
Oh, no,
to
no,
me
no.
means he's going to do a movie on stage.
No, he'll
as
just
a
go.
one-man show.
He'll just go up there and flow, and we'll film it, and either he'll be really good, and it could be the end of the movie, or he'll really, really suck, and it could be the beginning of the movie.
That's not bad.
Either way, it works towards the movie. I mean,
But
that
a
sounds like
live movie is
Yeah.
the question. You're gonna just do a movie on stage.
Yeah, we should just do a live movie on stage at Teen Wolf 3.
Will you have written and performed
Improv,
said
totally.
movie, or are you going to just improv
In
it?
honor of Robin
because
Williams.
if you're going to improv it, do it now, but seriously do it. Like make it a bullet point through a Teen Wolf 3 movie
All right, easy, done.
Okay, I'm Michael J.
without
Fox.
without
Yeah.
necessarily being exact copies of things from the previous movies.
I got it. Don't worry.
Okay, no
Okay,
problem.
yeah.
I'm Scott Howard.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just say it's
Well,
the
no,
way
it
this
just. I mean, we
character-
could come up with a name. What's a name like? What about Howard Scott? You could be Howie Scott.
Scott.
You could still say Scott because your name last name is Scott.
was he shaving in the last movie?
No. We gonna
Finstock was.
Bobby Finstock. Yeah, he's the basketball coach.
Okay, but that's not
Yeah.
the same thing.
No.
Okay.
And then
What if in the
I'll
mo-
be Styles.
Of course.
Wait,
Right.
so you know that certain characters are recurring? for
Well, yeah, he's
certain?
got to have his he's
Well,
got to have
this
his
is like
sidekick.
our female Thor. But
Yeah.
we're just telling a
But
new
is this
Teen
not?
Wolf.
Does
Yes.
this continue 20 years later, and where he's like middle-aged wolf?
No, this is
No.
like we're doing like what they did with the female Thor. We're just telling it different.
Yeah.
So
Alternate universe.
But we're using the same names.
It's a werewolf, or it's a teen wolf that's a girl.
No. We're doing what they did in the sense of just telling a different version of the story and not it being later in the same story.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're just going
So
to
you're telling another version of Teen Wolf. So it's like the new Ninja Turtles thing.
Kind of. Yeah.
So
Only
it
we
doesn't
don't have good
doesn't
animation.
have anything to do with the past.
Right.
Like we
No.
already
We-
know his origin story. so
Almost
now we just
leftover
get-
style. How we just drop him in the middle of the story.
Like I think if anyone watched it, they would know how the fucking story went, so we wouldn't have to waste time on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When
you
I-
don't have to go back and retell the stuff. You have new
Except-
story to tell with this character.
For when we obviously do have to show a transformation scene for no reason, just because
Yeah.
we want to.
Well, would you be willing to shave for this?
Could it be a reverse transformation scene? If you had to do one, just like he's the Teen Wolf and he's angry that he has to turn back into a human.
Oh shit!
It is-
That's boring. Because I don't want it to be regular teen.
I don't know. What,
What
do you mean?
mean?
He's not gonna
It's
be a
just-
teen.
It's about
He-
one person. in the
clearly,
family.
he wasn't the Teen Wolf the entire movie.
Yeah. And it
He
shouldn't even. And it's really
switches.
not even Teen Wolf. It's young adult Wolf, really.
No, he said he was the same age, right? Or are you saying it's later? Because is he middle-aged wolf? Is he
He's
20-something
How old are you,
wolf?
Jim?
24.
24?
I'm gonna play a college kid that dropped out of school.
Yeah, so he played about 21, 22. I
So
bet.
you're in
Okay.
college.
And then we tease the fact.
Yeah, sophomores in
We
college.
tease the fact that everybody's trying to figure out why, and we keep verbally walking around, saying it outright of why I dropped out of college or whatever, failed out, whatever the fucking issue
And you
is.
come back home,
Yeah, just because I couldn't control the wolf.
and you were wolfing out at school.
Yeah.
Now,
Well, that's
now
what
do
maybe
we put,
that's what they think. And
do you
then
do
we,
the cliche wolf
Wait,
in
wait,
the
wait, wait.
newspaper, local newspaper shit?
the audience will think that it's because I can't control being Teen Wolf, or it has something to do with the wolf. But I just wanted to pursue a rap career.
And you are the character from the first one, like just
Yeah.
But okay.
a low fat vision.
No, I wasn't
Resignation.
trying to. I'm just
You do
trying to
kinda
figure out
look
if
like
you're
a
that or if
chubby-
you're another one.
Chubby Michael J. Fox.
Yeah. The medicine
Okay.
worked. The medicine worked, and I got comfortable and ate a lot.
So now you play his dad. Can you play his father figure?
I have never seen the movie, but
That's
I'm
fine.
happy to be his
You
dad.
You gotta,
I
you
mean,
gotta make powder.
No, we're
Nesquik.
not acting out the movie. We were just talking through what the movie would be.
Yeah.
Like, what would an ideal movie? I don't. None of us have to play any character. Jim
And-
could do the whole thing and explain, and and do the
Well,
voices.
and then
if
you gotta
have
have
to
you gotta
recite
have
a
his
line.
sidekick. It would be the hometown version of Styles. So Styles would sit here and he would, like, obviously get Teen
Why don't
Wolf
you
to
actually just
party.
be a bartender
Okay.
in your 30s, and then I'm somebody that just hangs out at the bar and talks to you while you're working, and that could
Okay,
be
So we don't
are
actually
doing-
even-
We're running lines then. Is what's happening.
Well,
then.
no, because then we wouldn't even actually know each other. You come home, and because the bartender is the psychiatrist for the working class, you come home from school and have a drink, and I'm the Tom Cruise of the Midwest. Just happen to be that. We don't know each other. We don't have a previous history. But I would end up being your quote-unquote sidekick Styles character, right?
Okay.
You gonna?
I'm not digging the 8 Mile part of the 8 Mile Teen Wolf,
What do you mean by the 8 Mile
even
part?
though it's called 8 Mile Teen Wolf. We should not do the rap stuff.
You don't want to rap at all. What do you want to do?
Because it's like it's borderline. We're gonna have to go so outrageous with it that it's like self-aware of how stupid it is.
What if you-
for it to be good at all?
What if you accidentally wolf out while you're on stage?
That's what I mean. Like I don't want it to be like me dumbing down how serious. Like I want to take rap in real life, and then like people perceive it as I'm just that way with music in general. or the fact that it's.
Are you just eliminating the wolf part though?
No, I said the 8 Mile part, so I
Okay.
don't want the rap. in
He's
there.
taking the rapping out.
That's fine.
But
So then what are you
Instead
gonna?
of getting to show off a touch of his skills in a movie
Yeah,
where
but
people
I-
know he's acting, and then could listen to a serious rap, you don't have to like use your real songs.
Mm-mm.
You
yeah,
know?
we did that with Blanket a little bit, and that's
When?
What?
I don't know. I would need.
What would you need? There's nothing. You don't need nothing. We could go do it right fucking now.
Oh, we couldn't.
Why?
Because we don't have everything written.
We don't need anything written. We just
We need
improv the
something.
I
whole
thought
thing, right?
that's what we were doing
Right
now
now.
was improving it. I didn't know you were like being one of the characters in it, and
I thought we were like
working it
redoing
out.
Teen Wolf 3. Yeah,
I thought
man,
you were
we're
just
figuring it
gonna
out.
talk through the bullet points of the movie. You'd want this to happen, you'd want this to happen, and then at the end, blah blah. Like that's kind of what I was meaning. Like give me a rough.
Well, if he's not gonna rap, what's he gonna do?
We gotta figure that out.
He's got to have a basketball, right?
Maybe he just has so many interests and never like pulls the trigger on any of them. I'm just
Okay.
that's where he's at. It's
So
like,
his so like the bad guy is himself
pretty much.
or his lack of ambition.
Okay. So then,
Okay.
can my bartender character just be the old bartender from Cocktails?
Well, but are you the one that's what are you trying to do? Are you trying to inspire him to continue forward?
Maybe Big Al's like, I see the talent in you, kid. And I'm
There's
just
gotta
like-
be somebody
I'm just
that
like a
does that.
pussy.
Yeah. They get like Rocky. What's Rocky's coach name?
Somehow you became
No, they got
comfortable and
Finstock.
complacent in your role as Teen Wolf, and you ended up getting fat and you know what I mean,
Yeah.
lazy. So why would Teen Wolf get fat and lazy? You figure that out, and you got a movie. Why would Teen Wolf go after what you last saw? Why would he get fat and lazy?
Because it like breaks the fourth wall like within the movie, and he's like a celebrity, but it's not like a stupid thing. He's just
What do you mean he breaks the? Oh, you mean in the movie he's
Well,
a
no,
celebrity?
What did he
Yeah,
be?
like
and
he's
he
famous.
goes away to school and like drops out of school and becomes a celebrity, like a Paris Hilton, and it's 2 years after his Paris Hilton wears off, and the only place she gets is
yeah,
some weird
so he was
wrestling
too dumb.
commercial.
He
Yeah,
didn't have enough
so
info.
instead
to,
of working out and being the badass Teen Wolf, you end up with Jim. Oh my God! And could we
okay, so then what? It's about getting him back into wolfen shape.
yes,
No.
yes.
It's got to be bigger than just getting back into shape and then hitting the fucking.
No,
rock.
I don't
No,
mean
I don't
you
mean-
getting into
no,
shape.
we're not gonna just.
I mean, you
fight the
starting
Russian.
to like you
If he
stopped.
dies,
here's
he
what
dies.
here's what would make it interesting. You chose to stop wolfing out
Okay, but for what?
Because he's
because you were too lazy for it. You had no
wolf
motivation.
in the end.
Okay.
You're just a dude now, and people are pissed off
He's
that you
gonna
have this
wolf in
power
the
that you. Would you stop
end.
saying the song from the first movie? We
Wolf-
agreed
it's not,
upon that.
No, it's not.
Wolf in the end.
No,
just
Wolf in
telling
the
them,
end. Same
telling
song.
them the ending in the song.
Yes.
Wolf in the end, you will overcome this.
I mean, if that was the opening song for the movie where you laid out every detail of the movie
With subtly.
in the song,
No, it's the last part of the movie when they get ready when he comes back as
No,
a
he's
normal
saying
guy.
teasing, like basically spelling out how the movie is.
Yeah, spell out
Yeah.
the movie in obvious jokey vocals where people are thinking, "Oh, that's
See,
funny."
you can play an acoustic version of that song. Oh, jeez, Louise.
I feel like you're doing the stuff from the first movie again.
That's what the music means, though. He's wolfing out. That music means he wolfs out for the first time.
Okay, but okay, so imagine if he stopped wolfing out.
No wolf, huh? No Bart. Yeah, I got it. Drops the can, walks off the theater stage. Right.
That'd be great if he was actually doing that.
Oh, so
looking
he
in the
was
mirror.
he was
he tries
acting.
to
Yeah.
become an actor, and the guy says, "No wolf, no,
No
Bart."
fart. Yeah.
Okay, see, now we're getting somewhere. Stupid lines that people say in
Yeah.
shitty movies. That's what I'm talking
Whoa,
about.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah, you're lucky I was drinking pop.
When you say
Yeah,
no
don't
wolf,
say-
no part, I mean, that's one of those stupid
He's like, I
things
just
that
figured,
nobody really
I,
say.
I
But
could be myself on stage, you know. Okay, let me
wolf,
put this in a way that
wolf
no,
out.
no wolf, no Bart. And he's like,
You have my
I understand, and then like quits the play
Yeah.
because they, yeah. 'cause-
okay, so he's not an actor then, or he doesn't.
Burn the fields, and when you're done with that, burn the house. Excuse me, whoa, wolf man, wolf person, you,
Are you just gonna do? So then do the Bobby Finstock. That's good stuff, though, man.
Bobby
Ooh,
Finstock.
yeah.
I've really apologized if anybody doesn't care about Teen Wolf as much as I. I mean,
you
I
should
don't
care about
either.
Michael J. Fox, though, man.
But it's not. He's not
Back
going
to
be
the
in
Future
it.
1 or 2. I asked somebody that the other day. You know what they told me? You're an idiot.
No, I like one because
They
Well,
said,
one because
Crispin
it is.
Glover's
Two-
in it,
well,
but I like number 2 because of the sci-fi stuff, more sci-fi stuff in it, and the stuff I already knew about number 1 and the layout of the movie and the people in it and stuff and how the world worked was like
you wouldn't have liked
alternate.
2 as the first one.
right.
Because you needed the setup movie that built the world that you're living in and,
then they
how
did
these
the-
characters are and the dichotomy of Biff beating up
Yeah.
whatever, I can't remember, George
George
McFly.
McFly.
Yeah, I mean that kind of shit, so that when it got turned it meant something. But
Yeah.
I think I like 2 better.
Then they did this shitty reboot called Back to the Future 3, if anyone remembers.
I honestly I liked that movie.
It wasn't that bad, man.
course
I
you
don't
guys
know.
did.
What is that supposed to mean? Of course we
Crispin
did.
Glover. I didn't
Because
even.
it's the opposite
supposed
of
to
what I
fucking
feel.
I
be,
didn't
huh?
know that Crispin Glover wasn't in 2 for the
Oh, yeah.
longest time. It never occurred to me. I always kind of wondered why his character didn't have more of a part when he was hanging upside down in the ceiling in the
Yeah.
kitchen.
Yeah, that's why they made him
but it
dead.
wasn't even him. But I don't know. It was just I didn't notice that, and so it didn't bother me so much when I kept thinking while watching Back to the Future 3 that Crispin Glover was going to show up as one of the relatives, the past relatives. As
like
well. I kept.
a long
I
lost
didn't even
uncle or
notice
something.
it. Yeah, and like when he didn't, I wasn't that bummed by it. And like the movie was not bad. I mean, what
Did you know
didn't
he
you like
actually
about
won
it?
the lawsuit?
What didn't you like about it?
What do
3?
you mean? What
Yeah.
lawsuit?
I'm not
What
I'm not
lawsuit?
interested in the West.
Well, then that's on
But
you.
it's about
That's-
them.
Yeah.
I know, but
it's
that-
just a time period for him
Right,
to be
but it's
stuck
also
in.
the environment and the
I mean,
setting.
Turtles in Time sucked for that same reason. But that's because it was samurais, and that just doesn't.
I just
Go
like the
ninja,
game. I
go
didn't like the
ninja,
movie.
go. Go ninja, go ninja, go.
But that was
Go
2,
ninja,
so that's
go
not
ninja,
even-
go. Yeah.
That was one of the
For 3
Kevin
bonus
Nash and
points.
Vanilla Ice.
Turtles 2 is better than 1, I think.
I liked it a little bit better, but that's maybe because I
liked
liked
April in the
Vanilla
first one.
Ice. I don't know.
I think she became the mom on
They got
Halloween Town.
bracelets like Michelangelo says Cowabunga on it. I was gonna buy them the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have. They had that. Did
And then all the
Oh,
other
I
ones,
sent you
all
that
the other
picture, right?
bracelets say Mikey says Cowabunga on it. 'Cause
Yeah.
they don't-
well the other ones was like let's go.
It says,
and-
say it, Mikey.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You know that thing you used to say when we were kids? You told me never to repeat it.
I
Still
found
got
a,
one stored in the tank.
Action figure combo set.
I'm
I
Raph.
saw Ultimate Warrior and Sheamus.
What about them?
Yeah,
I would've
I
bought-
still don't understand why you didn't just buy it and then not use put the Ultimate Warrior one there and then get a Hogan one in another set
Yeah.
and put them side by side. Done. Or you could probably buy an Ultimate Warrior versus Hogan set.
They have do that.
Yeah.
You go on eBay for like figures.
I would just go on Amazon. Do the
just go to
Comeuppance.network.com site .net hashtag select.
Hold on, I'm just
Go to all those things, but when you want to do something and help us out, go to comeuppance.com.
3 points for the name of the place where they had coffee at in Fraser.
No,
Nothing.
you don't know it either.
No, I don't. I'm
He's
just
like,
asking.
oh.
Stop
Yeah, I'm
asking
reaching here.
questions that you don't fucking know.
Yeah. I said because his Niles' first
Dude, I'm
wife
still going
is
with
throwing
Judith.
me, man.
I don't know.
It's not
It's
Judith.
not Judith, man.
It's an as soon as you hear it,
Miriam,
it will.
Maud, Meredith.
No,
It's a nagging
I'm
name.
not looking it up because
No, I refuse to.
if
Nagging.
we
Susan.
see it, no, it's not. It's an. I'm telling you, it's an M or an N name. It's something like that. Because Daphne, and then he's always thinking about
Nina.
no, Nina.
Nadia.
It's not.
Oh.
Nadia from Roseland.
You've said that 4 times.
Nadia from
Nadia
Rome.
already. It's not Nadia.
Oh, that's a driver's license. Those pictures aren't bad, man. Shout out to you guys for your Try Something
Yeah, we
Tuesday.
did yesterday. Aaron Brown, John White, and myself went to Aaron Brown's studio in this courthouse.
Myrtle? Is it Myrtle?
No. And we did a photo shoot for hashtag Try Something Tuesday where we were trying to recreate those Breaking Bad portraits where Jesse, Saul, Gus, and Walt are, it's like a square crop and you just see like their shoulders and their head and there's smoke coming up behind them. And we recreated that with a fog machine and some lights. There's actually going to be a video by John White that's going to kind of
Oh, he
detail
took
the
some
behind
video
the
of
scenes.
it, huh?
Yeah, I did one too. I did a more a comedy documentary, kind of following what we were doing, kind of thing. His will probably be all professional and worth using somewhere.
McLaren's.
Whereas
That's the
mine
name
will
of the
just
place
get a
where they
couple
get their
plays
drinks.
on.
McLaren's.
I just randomly thought of her name.
No, McLaren's is from How I Met Your Mother.
Damn.
But nice try.
What's her name?
Maris.
Maris. Damn, that's a good pool, Jim. That's worth 2 points.
Is it?
Thanks.
Yeah.
Are you sure it is that though?
Yeah. That's it. Maris.
Because
Nice.
These two
exactly
points,
right.
these 2 points that I just got are gonna have an asterisk next to it.
Why? Did you take steroids?
No, I didn't. I cheated.
Yeah,
Oh,
Maris.
you cheated.
Yeah.
Well, what the fuck? You cheated. That's
It
how
was
you still get
bothering
the
me so
points.
bad. I'm like, it has to be an Ith name.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. Maybe her full name was Maris.
So we're not going to put you in the Fraser Quiz Game Hall of Fame now because there's an asterisk next to your numbers.
Yeah, I'm banned.
That's ridiculous. You're like the Pete Rose of this podcast.
How about it?
You do not have
Huh?
a Pete Rose.
How
You know nobody's got
about
a Pete
it?
Rose.
No.
Wow,
about
so we're
what?
going to watch The Law and Order tonight, huh?
It depends if it downloads. Yeah, I mean, it says it'll be
Thanks.
done in 12 minutes, but it also says Captain America will be done in 7. And fuck that shit. Why? What do you like about Captain America besides his shield?
No, here's the thing. Okay.
I mean,
I don't
him
know.
specifically first.
Okay.
You are absolutely welcome to tell me afterwards. What do you love about Captain America that makes him the one that you gotta be?
Because it's America. No.
Okay, but what about
no,
him?
I just, I don't know. It's the Captain America has always been my thing. I'm
Because
not
like
really
I know
into the
Jim's a
comics.
Batman guy, so
Yeah.
why are you a Captain America
I'm
guy?
a Captain America guy. I think I relate to the guy.
In what way?
Well, I'm just a little scrawny guy from the
Because I don't
projects,
know
man.
anything about him. So tell
He's
me
just
how
just
you
a super
compare.
soldier guy. It's just like superhuman strength.
I feel like
It's
you
not
got the
like-
soldier part just from this title.
Oh, he's just like, so no.
Yeah, he's just a Winter Soldier. That's all.
Yeah, he's just
I mean,
the
he's
Winter
not
Soldier.
the Winter Soldier, but he's
No.
in the Winter Soldier movie.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
a
but the Winter
Soldier.
Soldier is the new. I don't even know
Yeah,
anything
he-
about
he-
Captain
he
America. 'Cause it really
becomes-
is just like the Shield and
That's
the,
it.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
mean,
you like the.
It's just Captain
I'm
America.
that way
the
with
whole
the
thing
Oilers.
about.
Well, the
I know,
the
it's just
idea,
the whole
I
thing
think,
about whole.
I think,
Captain
Big Al,
America.
you like basically what Captain America kind of stands for, which is
What
like
does he stand for?
the non-Superman superhero.
That's
For-
Batman, though.
So you're saying like the
the
non-super.
non-Superman superhero,
Yeah.
not non-superhero.
No,
So he's like an
Superman
alternate
is
version
a,
of Superman.
What I mean is Superman has powers and Batman doesn't.
Yeah, Superman's an alien. Yeah, but I mean, like,
Yeah. Now here, this is.
So this guy doesn't have powers.
right? I'm saying what he stands for. Like
Yeah.
when you see a picture of Captain America, like what that's supposed to represent. It's supposed to be him saving the world.
Yeah.
In America, so to speak. He's the leader.
he is always the leader.
I think that's what he probably likes.
We were talking about the female Thor earlier, and I have a question.
I wasn't. He was.
Yeah, but Black Superman. Do you think somebody could do it? Like, cause like Black Captain America, I'd be okay with. I have no problem. Black Spider-Man would be cool. You know, like
Miles Morales.
yeah. Well, Black Superman.
Just call him Peter Parker, and
No,
who
but-
gives a shit? I know that there is one, but you should be able
Because
to
it's-
interchange anything. You should be able to pick any actor to play any
Well, I like
role.
the idea of it being a whole separate character.
What if
I like the Spider-Man
But imagine
character.
Spider-Man is like a black woman.
So then it'd be
no.
like Spider Afro Girl.
No, it would still be Spider-Man.
Afro Spider Girl. Sorry.
I have
that first
nothing
one didn't-
against the skin color or the sex of the superhero. I don't like things changing from how I grew up knowing them.
Well, I'm just saying, like a black
is why I have-
Superman.
that
Does
is a
that
problem.
work?
So you
Mine.
didn't like the Turtles movie then?
No, I did.
But it changed so many things.
I understand, but I didn't really watch the first movies. I watched the cartoons.
I'm talking about the cartoons.
I
It
watched the
changed so many
cartoons.
things from the cartoons.
Yeah,
Yeah, but those cartoons are so
different.
old
I'm
now,
saying, like,
dude.
superheroes.
Oh, okay, so it just doesn't apply to something else.
Well, I'm not
I mean,
saying,
it's-
dude, it's fucking turtles, man.
Teenage Mutant
mean, I just happen to like
Ninja
it, I guess.
Podcast. Three guys, Mutant Ninja.
There was just a few
Podcast.
things about it that I didn't love, but other than that, it was great. I mean, they tweaked the mythology a little bit, and I was cool with that. If
Podcast in an
you
hour.
do the same mythology across the board, then who fucking cares? You know, just they almost didn't need to tell the origin story again. You know what I mean?
Well, that brings
Like
us
that's
to
been
the
done.
leftovers
And I went to the
thing we were talking
bathroom
about the
during
other
that.
day.
I was so mad. I wanted to see it
Yeah.
because I came back and they were like,
I mean, I
"Thus
downloaded it already."
creating the turtles." I was like, "Son of a bitch!" Like I just missed it.
Yeah, I mean, Splinter. I mean, spoiler alert. If you
That you
watched
can't
Ninja
do. You can't. That's moot now.
I can't drop
It's too soon, man.
We
It's
already
way
talked
too
about
soon.
it on a podcast on Monday.
Yeah, but that was a specific podcast.
There's a special
about
bonus episode of Ninja Turtles. Go listen.
Yeah.
How to watch movies is what that one's called.
How to watch a movie.
It's called How to Watch Movies.
How to
Don't
Watch a
try to do
Movie.
the thing where you're
Like
adding
Subway,
extra words in. It's
like
annoying.
Subway, like you eat them fresh.
He likes to eat them fresh.
He likes to what? Tell us, Big Al. What do you like to do?
Like Subway,
Oh, that's amazing.
Let me say what the problem is.
Tell me what the problem is.
No, I'm just kidding.
So what about Captain America? Do you like?
Oh, it's just, I guess it actually might be exactly that. The fact that skin is changing and men are becoming females are the problem because they weren't that with me growing up. Like if Spider-Man never existed and it was always Spider-Girl, I wouldn't like that story.
Oh, so you're really? It's a sexist thing? Like you don't like girls
not
as much
like
as...
intentionally. It's just like I was a boy and these were like people I looked up to even though they were make-believe. Like Spider-Man. Like I wanted to be Spider-Man. I can't be Spider-Girl because that's a girl thing.
Yeah.
Same thing. Why I never got into Barbies. You know what I mean? Because that's a girl thing. I mean, jokes aside. I mean, you probably had a couple.
Well, should I take Big Al off timeout since nobody can hear him
Yeah.
still?
Yeah, you
Okay, I'll take him off timeout.
I mean, you could take me off timeout.
Well, they can't hear you though.
I mean, it doesn't make a difference to me.
I mean, it makes a difference to the people that are listening because we can't hear you. Then that was the point of that.
Well, why would they listen if they can't hear me?
Because they can hear people actually having a conversation instead of trying to be the Tony of the episode.
What do you mean trying to be the
soon.
Tony?
Fucking doing
Too
the
soon.
annoying things like throwing in extra words when I'm trying to tell people to go to the fucking website. How helpful do you think that is in getting people to click the ads?
We were
No,
we were doing
how
a
helpful-
bit, guy.
no, we
were
weren't doing a bit. I was
When we
trying
were
to fucking-
I'm sorry. Are you serious? We were doing a bit.
No, we
guy.
weren't doing a bit
We weren't
because
doing
every
a
time
bit.
I brought, you can keep talking over
Yeah.
me, but that doesn't change the fact that any time I brought up go to comeuppance.com, you started throwing in different websites. Every fucking time I've brought it up.
I
So
thought it
that's
was
not a
bit,
bit.
Guy.
How
I
is it
did.
a bit?
I thought we were doing a thing.
A bit is to confuse people from actually getting us
No.
money. That's hilarious. What the fuck? That doesn't make any sense.
I'm
You're
not
trying to
being-
be difficult.
No, I'm not trying to be difficult. I
You're
thought we were
throwing
being
in extra
funny.
words to how to watch movies,
I'm
how
sorry,
to watch
Josh.
TV.
Did you think we were doing a bit?
I thought we were just doing whatever.
Yeah.
But
You
every
didn't know-
time I
didn't know
tried
you
to
were-
plug anything that's
I-
not this right now, you were disruptive. You're trying to make it so it's confusing for people. How do you not understand that? How do you not see that that's
Because
what's
I don't
happening
think
to
that's
people
what
that are
I'm
listening?
doing.
I don't.
You think
I
the
know.
people
That's
that
why
are
I'm telling
listening
you
right now are confused about where to go to watch the other stuff?
Potentially.
And you think they're confused about having to go to Amazon to click the link and about the other leftovers podcasts?
So
and
don't
stuff
mention
like
it
that?
is what you're saying. Don't ever try
No,
to
guy.
do it
I think
business-like.
I
Don't
think
try
you're
to be
giving the
professional
people-
in any way. Don't ever try to just do a quick plug and then move on to the jokes. That's not allowed to happen.
I didn't know that's what we were doing. Again, I thought we were doing a bit with the comeuppance.net because it's a network, so it should be comeuppance.net. I thought it
We
was
came
a bit.
across that as I was
Yeah,
joking
so when
about
you
what you
said
said.
it again, I said .net. That's all. And then you
You
put me
just
in
talking
TV
before I
timeout.
finish talking doesn't make you more right in the comeback. You're just being more annoying by trying to talk over me every time I speak.
No, and you just doing what you're doing and saying what you're saying doesn't make you right just because you're saying it.
No, but it does. It's absolutely confusing to somebody that might be listening for the first time and say, hey, go to this website. What if they're just on the iTunes feed? Say
And they're
somebody's
just randomly listening.
No, say somebody.
Well, they've turned off by now.
Say somebody has subscribed via the iTunes feed.
Okay.
And I say, and they're like, oh, I go to college. I want to buy I'll support the show by going, because there are there are some people that are on the feed. I see the downloads every week. I'm not going to say the number because it's either embarrassing or braggy. So somebody could be out there going, oh, okay, well, yeah, I'll do that. Why the fuck not? Save a little bit of money on Amazon. What's the website? Well, they said 30 different websites. There was never a clear defined which one do we go to. That's all I'm saying.
I think the
I
last
said Albert
time
is
you-
big. I tried to clarify and go, if you don't like saying the comeuppance.com one because you kept saying comeuppancenetwork.com or comeupance.network or whatever the fuck they became, I
think
said
that
just
they-
tell them albertisbig.com because that's easier. And then you went back into that again, too. You didn't even let that sink in. Like, I'm trying to give somebody a genuine link to go to.
I think you're making a way bigger deal out of it. than
Only
it
because
is.
you can't just understand what I'm saying and move on from it. You're wanting to argue
No,
it.
because you put me in TV timeout trying to prove your point instead of
I
just
didn't.
saying
That
something.
was for you just being shitty. I'm not going to do that. I'm
How
not
was
going to
I
have the
being
Tony
shitty?
again. I'm not going to have the somebody that's trying to disrupt for no
Well, then
gain.
I'm going to excuse myself from
You
the
can
rest of the
excuse yourself.
podcast.
That's fine. I don't
Sure.
care. You're not going to sit here and try to be disruptive for no gain. Remember the time it was like, why are you even still asking questions? Why are you challenging that? It didn't matter. There's no reason to challenge stuff when I'm trying to just make a quick plug. Now we've talked about it for 5 minutes. I hope somebody knows where to go
Yeah.
if you wanted to support.
It was a big plug.
Hopefully.
And scene.
And seeing my ass. I don't give a shit. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to play the game where you know exactly what he's doing. He's trying to pretend he doesn't understand everything you say. When you guys were doing the word game, he would try to say words just to not make sense. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about where it could be way better if we were just genuine here. If this was just a genuine conversation instead of trying to be funny so hard that you're fucking with other people, it would be a better product if we just were people.
Yeah.
I prefer talking about actual topics, rather than comic books or whatever, but I'm happy to indulge,
To be honest, dude, personally, I realize I've been doing that a lot, is that I'm just like superhero stuff. You know what I mean? I know it's got to be fucking annoying because after a while, I'm like, okay, I feel like
I
a
don't
douchebag.
mind.
But I feel like there's nothing really else that I'm into besides wrestling. And then,
But
like,
it's not all about the pop culture stuff either. Like the feeling of the Robin Williams thing, like putting yourself in those positions, or just I don't know, just existential stuff is far more interesting to me in discussion form.
I just always feel like a lot of the stuff.
And so is honesty. I prefer somebody just being genuine, and instead of doing a bit. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't always have to be that. And then it was merely I called him out on it, so he wanted to be defensive about it, and I wasn't trying to do that. I wasn't trying to call him out. I was just trying to get it to end.
Yeah. Well,
It's just
I don't know.
counterproductive. I don't care. I mean, it's no big deal. It is no loss. He'll be back, or he won't,
yeah.
Yeah.
I need his dog tags.
His dog tags? Why? So you can throw them and catch them?
Yeah,
See, you're
with the
referencing
same
stuff we
hand.
don't even know. People don't even know. I don't even have that on the internet anymore. That's one of
should
those
be.
long-lost episodes of Blinkered. I was listening to other podcasts, and I realized that people don't talk about their own stuff, really. And I don't know if I want them to, so that's why I do, or if I like that they don't talk about their own projects, and so that's why. Or no, that wouldn't make sense. Why would I do that if I didn't like? You know what I mean? Like,
Well, maybe
I don't know
are
if
you
it's
thinking they're
appealing
not-
because if I respect them more because they're not like constantly plugging their own shit, and just talking about random stuff. Like seriously, Dan Harmon talked about getting picked up by Community for about a minute, or getting picked up by Yahoo for like a minute, and then just went on with the rest of the show. And I mean, it's not even a show; it's just talking about things. And I don't know. I feel like I don't know if I should or shouldn't based on my feel. You know what I mean? Based on.
Well, I don't know about anybody else, but when I'm plugging my own stuff, it's because I feel there's not enough attention to it, and
Yeah.
I want more people to. And that's probably one of those things like, well, if you're in a relationship, you want to be with the person so much, like you're being overly pushy because you want them to, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's
and it
like-
ends up turning them
Right,
off
and
instead of.
exactly, and that's what I feel.
I feel we've
do a
crossed
lot.
that. I think we've crossed that line with Blinkered. Honestly, I feel like at some point people either made up their mind or just
Well-
started tuning it out. Not the shows, but any promotion about it. Anytime I mention it, I feel like somebody got an initial opinion of it. And it's morphed so much. Again, not going into self-promotion mode, but I feel like we maybe shot ourselves in the foot by being so promoty of it when it
Yeah.
kind of sucked.
Like, oh my god.
You gotta watch this. It's but I always tried to be humble about it. Like it's because I know it's not great.
Well, if
it's
we
funny.
don't promote it, it's
but-
just we're literally sitting back, refreshing, looking for views.
Yeah.
To see, or
And
even
who's
like,
gonna stumble onto it?
or saying like, I'm just gonna check it in the morning and see what, and then it's like not what you even thought it was gonna be.
So we have to just. I was thinking about this too. I was thinking about how when we're just trying to make each other laugh,
Yeah.
we come up with some hilarious stuff.
Because it's funny to us.
But that's all that matters. That's genuinely all that matters.
Well, if that were the
But
case,
but
though,
as soon as we start going into we're going to film this mode, something changes and we start giving all these restrictions in terms of even if it's not a Blinkered thing, like just a parody thing, it starts becoming less funny instantly for some reason in the visual
you think
form.
with the Back to the Future stuff we did, back in the day that applies to that.
What do you mean?
Like, because that is still funny. It is that episode. We've went from saying it's kind of funny, but it's not like something that I want to put under the Blinker name,
Yeah.
or whatever. And then it went from it's not funny at all. Then it was like, okay, it was kind of funny again. I watched it after a year or whatever.
Yeah.
But that has always been, like, I remember filming, like, it was 2010. Like, I remember what I was wearing. Like, I don't know why that specific string of weekends after 10 p.m. that we filmed
Yeah.
sticks out to me so much. But it does. And I think it was because I was having fucking fun. Like, even if we weren't filming the scene, like, we were just there joking around. Like, how many takes did we do where we let Big Al ad-lib the Michael J. Fox line? He said a couple different ways.
Yeah, it's Michael Jackson, and yeah.
And like, all that shit was funny because, I don't know, I didn't feel like I was trying to be, like,
I just feel like we get lost
star.
in what the hell is the term for it? I don't know. I don't have the right wording.
Trying to be.
No, but it's like some of the stupid shit we come up with. Why does that get lost before we get to the fucking actual putting it in phase? Like, you clam up lately for some reason.
What is it? We haven't done what we started doing in a while, which was just making shit up and then being like, we have to do something today, and having a crap load of hours and everybody just saying, like, let's just film this, let's just film that. And then, like, once people started saying different shit, you'd be like, oh wait, that could go with that. And even if it doesn't,
so you preferred the everybody thing?
Yeah, even because the content and dialogue was nowhere near what it is now, because now because some of it is scripted, or it's like, we have to go in this direction because that's where the next episode's going, and then that's leading to this.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I think I feel specifically out of control completely, to where I'm just showing up and being like, I have to be good enough for this story to fucking move along because we have gaps.
Well, yeah, because I made the character for you this year to be you more so.
Yeah.
I was trying to throw you a bone in terms of doing that. I mean, some of the other beats of the story needed to be necessary, you know what I mean? But it would at least draw attention to the fact that you can rap. Whether or not that one song is amazing or not, it doesn't matter, because you could put in other songs. You could have songs in the soundtrack. Like, there are ways to make people more aware of it, and it's just that we decided where the ending of it is, where that storyline leads to. Yeah. So we have to fill in the gaps. It's not creative at the moment in the sense that we don't get to just go in with a fresh slate. That would be the next season.
I remember
because when we started this, we talked about where it was going to go. We talked about what your character was going to do, and you wanted to do it at the time.
It was exciting.
It's just been a while.
Because remember, we had the whiteboard, and we were like,
yeah.
I don't know what we said.
We were trying to write out 6 episodes,
but we had it blocked.
Yeah.
And then now it's like, okay, well, even if it's not going to be 6 episodes, we still have this major part of the story, but we also added this part because it just happened to be funny or entertaining.
That's the thing where it keeps webbing out because certain things work, certain things don't.
We might as well release like a movie.
Yeah, I mean, I almost have to put it all. I have to find out if, in chronological order, any of it makes sense.
Right.
But it's all still fun. I don't mind doing any of it. I still like the creative part of it. It's a little like daunting looking at all the episodes that I filmed and not edited. But other than that, I get kind of lost in it, and it's time consuming and things like that. But see, I said brought it up to not talk about the show, and look how far in we are.
Yeah, well, fuck it. I remember my senior year.
Yeah.
We started doing Blinker in 2008, so maybe my junior year. But I remember sitting in class, and we were doing stuff, and I'm like writing down ideas. This is back when Kyle was on the show.
Yeah, so I mean, but at this point, you should be so much better at that same thing that you would have
I don't know what's
input.
different, because back then even if I thought it was shit, I'm like, I'm gonna write it down anyway because that could turn into something. And I had pages, man, of stupid shit where Kyle was playing his whole family.
Yeah.
Like fucking the Clump style. Like, it was ridiculous.
Tyler Perry
yeah,
shit,
it was so ridiculous, but I was like excited.
Yeah.
To come up with stuff.
But I've told you to do that for the Untitled Jim Linus thing. You could film something every week.
Then it's like, okay, I have to do everything and then like present it, and then everybody's going to be like,
how do you think I feel?
That's good or that sucks.
How do you think I feel?
mean,
I did that episode where we did the Breaking Bad thing, which hasn't even aired yet. I did that episode and I played it for everybody, and there was like no reaction, and I loved it.
Yeah,
But
I
it was
fucking love
everybody was focusing on me smoking a bowl or something. Like that was the big fucking issue.
Well, we've kind
like
of fixed that.
Well, but that doesn't matter. It's just,
Creatively.
but that's the kind of you always, get bummed because I'll come down on you about something, but it's no worse than anybody coming down on me.
Let me be honest with you. 8 Mile Teen Wolf is the stupidest thing I've ever fucking heard of in my life. And
But why
at
not
no
do that?
point in my life would I make that, take it seriously, put work into that, and then present it hoping that it pushes me farther along in my career. I would only do that as a side thing,
But everything's a side thing now, so why not
absolutely,
do something?
but I'm trying to figure out like one thing that I could put like all of my fucking like creative.
If you're doing movie style, then you can just focus on one thing, and then in 6 months you're done, or whatever the time frame you give yourself. You have to set the time frames to make things happen, or else they're never going to happen.
Part of it is like I feel like I shouldn't be doing that stuff.
Well,
I
you
should
can't
be doing
do
adult stuff.
You can't do Teen Wolf because it's copyright. Like if you want to legitimately release it,
Yeah.
you'll get copyright bullshit if you're using the character or
And
the name.
I'm not a writer. My grammar is not the greatest at all. My vocabulary is not very big. But it's like I know.
But you just have to write the idea, and the dialogue can come later. That's where I could help
Like
you
I
with
feel
some
like I
dialogue.
can come up with some fucking stories if I had
but-
if I could come up with a premise, which would take forever.
Just don't say if, because you have every tool to make that happen now. You just
Yeah,
have to
then it's
decide
like,
you're
I'm
going to
gonna
do
I
it.
want it to be good, so I'm gonna be like, Joel, we need to build a track. We need to get lights. We need to pick a day, and then it's like, okay, now all that pressure, and then I don't want it to be the normal people. Maybe I don't even want to be in it, and then I've got to find people that A can do it, B.
But that's
want
why
to
if
do
you
it.
if you keep it as a limited run thing, if you know that it's only going to be a movie, an hour and a half total,
Yeah.
you don't have to do the continuing. You don't have to have the continuing stress of movie style, of TV show style, which is what I've committed to, and that's more up your alley. And if, like I said, if you did 5-minute movies once a week. That would get that would fix all of your issues with ADD when it comes to anything. That is your issue with this season of Blinkered, is that you want to be moved on to something else, character-wise, and we still have to fill stuff in. I get that, dude. I genuinely
Like
understand.
at this point, dude, I just
But-
want to be hit by a car, so it's dramatic. Just so it's like, whoa.
But
like, that's
we can
different.
do dramatic things. That's my favorite thing about Blinkered, is it's just a playground now where we can do dramatic things or whatever. There's no rules on it. That's what I'm learning. That's the point of all this whole conversation to me, is that for some reason I've been putting these stupid restrictions, like, oh, that's dumb, or that's too easy, or whatever. As long as we're playing it well, as long as we're not, the thing that I hate the most about my own performances and any of ours, the thing that bugs me the most is self-awareness. We should not know that what we're saying is or isn't funny. I feel like my character always knows if I'm saying something funny, or like Big L. That's what I mean. Like, you can tell when he's doing bit voice.
Yeah.
Like he'll say something that's not in line with what a human being would say as the next thing. You can tell it's a bit, and I don't want that feeling in the show ever. I want it to be real instead of trying to be anything, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing in terms of scripting versus not scripting or whatever, but I don't know. I want realism.
We
in
had
it.
a hook with the unscripted web series.
I mean, it is, but you have to
You're-
bullet point something.
Well, yeah, but-
Curb Your Enthusiasm isn't scripted, but they say that they tell him, okay, he's gonna get in the car, and then he's gonna find out, he's gonna ask how much for you to be he's gonna ask you to go to the game with him, and like they had all the storyline beats laid out. It's up to the actors how they get there. But you have to get there. You can't just at the time decide, okay, well, I want to go and do this thing that I was thinking of earlier. Like, you still have to stick to that. You just got to
Yeah.
do that the best way possible. Like, I felt like that's the thing we couldn't nail the other day. We couldn't nail the you being totally self-obsessed about your music. Like I was saying at the time, it has to be like Stone Cold said about his own personality. It's me, but turned up to 11. Like you just shamelessly, you're not thinking that it's funny or cute. you're not thinking about us in any way. You're only thinking about making sure that we know that that's a thing and telling everybody that you can about your music. You're not self-aware enough to go, well, they'll probably think I'm douchey for that. That's what I'm saying. If you just ignore all that and just keep plowing forward with your own agenda, that's an interesting little dichotomy there for a conversation, because we're trying to talk about something else and like I would just ignore you, or we had a couple beats to get through and I felt like we never really got to them. So, I mean, but I'm sure I'll pull something out of it. That's the other thing about it, is that I can always make something from a scene. Mm-hmm. And I like just doing that. I like just picking, here's where it's going to be. I would love for there to be a crew to where somebody could come and film and somebody hold the audio, do the boom mic, and then we have like an actual scene idea and do it. I mean, I feel like it would be better shot as documentary style, but I'm kind of bored with that format as a whole. You know what I mean? Like the mockumentary thing where you look at the camera and like, I'm bored with that. We did that in season 1. So we eliminated the confessionals.
But it kind of, I mean, it worked, man.
It worked for what it was. I got bored with this format, so why not just move on to the next thing? We could always go back to it. There's no rules. We could do hidden episodes. There could have been more episodes in season 1, and we could film them now. We could literally go and film an episode of Old School Blinkered, or of season 1 Blinkered, 2012 version, and have that be something that airs this season. But we could tie it into behind the scenes things that are going on. Like there are no rules. There's nothing.
Or can we do
show.
a realistic, non-parody sci-fi version of Groundhog Day meets Back to the Future, to where, in a sense,
what's the sci-fi part?
Like flashing lights and like, whoa!
As in like abduction or some other involvement to make the Groundhog Day shit happen?
At one point, somebody just wakes up and it is like, it is now back. Like no time travel, no lights, no contraptions.
They've already lived the day once and they're back at the beginning of the day again?
No, I'm saying if we wanted to go back to season 1 style, we could literally just have me or you just wake up. Not that it was a dream, because that's too fucking easy. Mm-hmm. It's one of those restriction things we're talking about, but it would be too easy. And it is maybe right after something with you, like what we're doing now, and then something happens.
And cut back to an old episode.
And then you realize, like...
Oh, that kind of ties...
At first, it would be like he's a dream. That's what the audience, I think, would think. Yeah. But then you have to do something to where you are still in the state of mind that season 2 was. Okay. And then it'll be obvious that you just woke up and it is 2010 again. Still.
2012. Season 1 occurred in 2012. Season 2
in the office.
Is...
Okay,
yeah.
It is 2012
Season
still.
2 is 2013.
Not again, still. Or is it again?
No, what I was thinking you were going to say is that we did almost, not Lost style, but in the sense where...
Of course corrected is what I was going for.
Oh, I was thinking more the back stuff is... like it shows you wake up and you go to work and it's just back the way that it was. You're doing confessionals, all that stuff. That story could somehow influence something in present day. So it could still cut to me and it's just like that episode always existed. We just never aired it, kind of thing. Like, or I don't know if you would do like behind the scenes of that day. I mean, it would almost be better if you just showed up at work or were at work.
Well,
you could just drop into it, dude.
So we didn't have to like...
You don't have to even do the wake up thing. That's the thing that we learned from, what was it, Divergent. You just fucking drop into the world. Or from The Leftovers. You're just there. 2% of the world's population disappeared. Bam, here we are.
To wake up, in a sense, to be like... That is like a mark between what was and what is. Like that.
Are you still talking sci-fi thing?
No, I'm not saying it was ever sci-fi. I'm saying the non-sci-fi. I mean, I'm not saying sci-fi anymore. What I'm saying is, it would just be like a course corrected. Whether anybody wants to say that it was God that watches the show, or if anybody wants to say it was a dream.
So what are you saying that it would change what has become of season 2 kind of thing?
Yeah, like whatever we end up doing in season 2, I'm going to make up something because I don't want to give out where we're going.
Yeah, Big Al gets stairs and Jim gets a haircut.
Yeah, Jim gets a haircut, and at one point, your car gets towed away.
Yeah.
And you're in the rain screaming at the top of your lungs, and you put your hands in your face, and then you take them down, and then you look around, and you're in the office. And it's not one of those, Joel, did you hear me? Like, it's not one of those things. It's just you're back in 2012.
So it's
and we
that's
never
a-
explain it.
It's a Desmond flashes before your eyes kind of thing.
Yeah. But then, like I said, we don't explain what it is because I think that.
Well,
would
but then at some point it would cut back to, that it is me in the future.
and that you're just having these fucking things happen
Yeah,
to
I
you?
don't know. I mean, I would be open to something like that. Any way that we could, if we have any desire, if you ever come up with an episode that fits into the old format, I'm cool with doing that. We just have cast restrictions.
Right.
So we're limited on the people that would have been around then, and that's, you know what I mean? Those are the only kind of things that cause a problem, and that's why it's just, let's just keep going forward.
And why is it? Because like with Blinkered, I feel like that's our freedom of getting into drama. And then with Buddies, as stupid and non-marketable as that title is, and the premise is, the original premise, that is like our over-the-top comedy action stuff that we could potentially do. I think if we rebranded
because it's in
that,
short, it's
Yeah.
little short installments.
We-
and
I mean,
that's what Blinkers become
when I think
too.
of Blinkered, I'm like, fuck these people, who's available, and I think of what the story's doing, and
Do you,
I
you
think
do
of the
understand
old
that that's
Blinkered.
why I did season 2 the way I did it, right?
No.
Like you understand that that's why season 2 is as seemingly splintered from the original show as it is. I'm trying to flesh out other people that are willing to be in the show by attaching them to the main people that we do know. Me, for example, you then meet Lena or Sawyer or Jen or Tyler Bowman or whoever is in whoever's in my life then.
Right.
I'm just changing the scope of the show is all. So it went from I was Joel playing Dennis, but you didn't know that. I mean, you saw that
Yeah,
in
it
the
went
opening
from
credits.
Dennis as the sitcom character.
Yeah, to I'm Joel who played Dennis, but also Joel who makes Blinkered.
Right.
Yeah, I mean it's a little meta, I
And
guess
I've
you would
always
say,
been Jim, so.
but yeah, I mean, but you could be Josh just as easily if
Yeah.
you wanted to, But we're crediting you as Jim.
That'd be
Linus,
cool
so.
at the end.
I mean, it doesn't make any
Did you hear
difference.
me?
Let's
Josh.
let's not go, end game of the show, because nothing. It's going to keep evolving. Is my point. Everything that we do funny, we have to just put in and keep it going. And even if it's drama stuff, because we filmed some dramatic stuff for season 2.
Yeah.
I just have to sit down and look at it and figure out the order to put it in, and stuff will start coming out. I'm always left slightly underwhelmed with what I have compared to what I would hope for, but that doesn't mean that we're not coming up with good stuff. And I feel like it does it a disservice to either A, stick to the original format, or B, have it be dismissed because they watched it in the original format. I feel like people need to give it a shot again and watch 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and see if they like it any, better or the same as season 1. I want to keep doing stuff, and I keep thinking about it, and it's like, I don't want to do a show. I want to have a network. I want to
Everybody-
be the content provider or content distributor. I want to also be doing the show, but I would love to delegate to a certain degree. I don't know. It's tough. Because then I get into is it ego to want to have control of every part of it to make sure that it's your vision? I always hear Ricky Gervais go, don't, too many opinions screw up too many chefs spoil the soup, or whatever the fuck the expression is. As soon as you start getting other people in it, it's not your vision anymore. So how do you balance that? I would love to just be like, here, edit this episode, but
Well, that's how I
the
feel,
edit you
too.
might have might be totally different than the edit that I would come up with for it or be hoping for from it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or yours could be what I hoped I had done but didn't do. I don't know where to do it. I don't know where the line is of what to delegate and what not to delegate, but I'm trying to figure all this stuff out because I'm tired of sitting on the footage. I want it to just be out there so I can move on to the next thing. Whatever comes next in the story after that, I don't care.
I feel like, okay, Trey Parker and Matt Stone, it's them two against the media, and I feel like we are against ourselves before even the media even knows we're alive. Like, I feel like we're against each other right now, trying to.
What, just different visions of things?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I think that also is a good way.
Can you
it is a good reason for us to be like, oh, well, on this day you can have your thing, and then my day we can do my thing, and then we can all just be intertwined somehow.
Yeah, I mean, you are absolutely welcome to come up with your character's story. You know what I mean? If that's what you mean. But like, I have certain ones that are already that I have too much footage for, and I feel like you take that as me saying no to your ideas, whereas it's just like I gotta just finish this.
Well, if I come up with an idea, man, like I can't do it with a fucking phone in my basement. There's no way. I will.
Why would it be in your basement?
Or outside, or
Anywhere, dude.
driving to Save-A-Lot parking lot by myself, and then texting you, being like, "Oh, this part is so cool! Can't wait for you to see it," and then like sitting it there and looking like an idiot by myself. Like if I had the people there and we're like, "Oh, we're doing something, we're filming something," they'd be like,
There's
"Oh."
nobody around you that would be interested in doing anything.
It's not that there's nobody around me. It's just like I have, and I don't want to say this in a bad way, but like there's some kind of standards to who I can trust with what
Yeah.
creatively, and it's just like I don't.
But I mean, somebody to hold a camera, somebody to just for you to
Even
yell
that,
at.
even that,
I mean,
man. I'm like, there's like certain things that I've. And it
But
might
that
not
that
even-
requires writing, is what I'm getting to, I guess. That stuff can't be as quick as you want it to turn around and be, and that's not me being against you. That's just the reality. Is if you
I don't
want,
plan on it being.
if
quick
you want to block
turnarounds.
out, you know what I mean. If you but I'm saying
I just
for your
always wanna
ADD
be-
of comedy, like you want to do the next thing, like whatever you just thought of, you are probably already thinking of the next one that you could do.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just trying to play to your strengths, and your strengths are coming up with something funny today and wanting to do it right now. So in that case, you're going to have to settle for the fact that you're not going to get the exact shots you want. Not in every case, because you're not going to have the time to do all the things. That's where that lack of
But then
delegating
again, I
comes
feel
in.
like
I
if
feel
it-
the same way.
If I was the one holding it, I would at least get the best one that I could figure out.
But how are you going to hold it and be
That's
on
what I
camera?
mean.
That's my
that-
issue.
I get frustrated because I'm like I'm a very close, tight-in person. I hate wide shots unless like there's no dialogue. If there's no dialogue, that's fine. But if there's dialogue, it drives me nuts when something's like more than a car length away. Like I don't know why, and I've seen that on Netflix shows, and I'm in no position to have like a fucking.
You can have your vision,
opinion,
guy.
because
you can have your
I haven't
own
really
ideas.
done anything. But I mean, like the subtleness of like handy cams and stuff, or shaky cam a little bit. Obviously makes it something more intense, and like I always like that. I don't want to like overuse things because I'm like, ooh,
Yeah.
I get to do this that real TV people do.
Yeah.
And overuse everything. and
It's
make it
hard,
shit.
man, to make the camera work and stuff just service the story instead of making the story
Yeah.
service the camera work, because it's not an action show. Blinkard isn't an action show, so in that sense, it's kind of a bummer that you don't get to do those crazy things. But you could figure out a little story where you could do something like that. You know, it doesn't have to be every week or every episode kind of thing. But you can, if you're willing to splice things in moderation. I don't have any problem with any of them, but I don't think Blinkard is the show to do a parody thing necessarily.
Well, that's buddies. That would definitely work.
That's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
but that is almost what you should be doing. Or if you just write something, dude, and want me to help film it or be in it, I don't care. That's fine. I'll do that. But don't use that as an excuse, because I have to do the same fucking thing with you guys. I have to sit down and write something
Yeah, but
and
we
then
at
try to
least,
get
like-
you to come over and do it. I mean, I have to fight with that sometimes.
Yeah, but we at least like come out here like every now and then it's like when I'm like in a zone to where I'm like, okay, I have this, I'm at home. When I'm over here, I feel like I'm always contributing to like the Blinkard thing, and then I'll never get the full like, no pun intended, Jim Linus.
But I'm
Untitled
offering you that. I'm saying you can do that. If you say, I'm going to come over on Thursday nights, and Thursday night I'm going to have written something, and I need your help to film it or produce it. Okay. I don't need to offer anything creatively. I'm happy to just sit there and, do your vision. So that way you don't have to have that holding you back. I'm trying to make it so that you can progress forward with something. So I'm trying to figure out how to do the same thing. I got to just fucking sit down and edit Blinkard. For your stuff, I feel like the best method would be for you to have the weekly show. And even if you film it one Thursday as you've already finished editing the previous ones, you know what I mean? So you don't put it out the same day.
Yeah.
If it was
A week ahead of time.
you'd be finishing up this Thursday's episode editing today, and then tomorrow you'd be filming next Thursday's kind of thing.
Okay.
So it gives you, then you'd start figuring out, okay, I have to have it blocked out or I have to have the next one blocked out, before I go to Joel's on Thursday. So I got to start on Monday.
It might come down to just ideas then.
Yeah.
Because when I think of filming something short, like just now, for some reason, I pictured in the new Man of Steel, like him putting his fist on the ground and the rocks moving, and then recreating that. Out of fucking nowhere, that's the first thing I thought of when I just thought of creating a weekly show and actually doing it. I don't have After Effects, and I don't plan on putting. Yeah, but I don't plan on right now before I even started the show, like starting it off with After Effects, which I'd have to learn.
Yeah.
And then just to do a parody.
Well, but that's the fucking great thing about being grown men, guys. We can make that decision. If you want it to, that's the thing, and that's the fucking thing I keep falling back on, is I don't want to put all the work in advance. I don't want to do the prep time. I want to like have it already have worked out and then start dedicating all the time to it, which makes no sense when you think about it. You got to bust your ass and do things and then fail or succeed based on what you put out. But like for After Effects, I understand that same thing because like I would love to do something animated. But do you know how much time it would take me to learn to do the animation stuff? If it was something I loved, I would do it. If it was something I was fucking passionate about, I would stop doing everything else, and all my free time would be dedicated to learning how to do cartoons. So maybe you either have to adjust your expectations or you have to adjust what you want. You know what I mean? Like, if you want After Effects stuff, you gotta learn it.
Then there's no reason for me to be doing it, I think.
Well, then you have to work around your limitations. You got to figure out a way that you can get what you want without learning After Effects. So you would have to, maybe you take 3 days of testing to figure out how to make it look like the rocks shatter underneath you. Like you have it where you put your hand down and then you hit it with a sledgehammer and then put your hand back. You know what I mean? And then you just cut that in the edit.
Oh, yeah.
You would have to figure out the practical effect for it. You have to figure out what's the most important thing to you.
So does somebody always almost turning into Superman, but always gets interrupted? Like that'd be a decent one. Like you feel the bass coming in, like.
And then you just have a little bit of shaky cam, and then it gets in.
Sample, and like it stops, and it's like some dude sample.
Yeah.
Gotta go. But yeah, I mean, I have stupid fucking.
But you see what I'm saying? The point of that is that you can do any idea you want to do. You just have to adjust how you want it to come out. You just have to figure out, okay, well, I can't do him flying without it looking like cheesy green screen. So.
But even that would be funny.
No, I know, but say you don't have it ready to go, you may have to go, okay, well, I'll take out the flying, and I'll just do this, and it'll be just as funny, or it'll get the same point across. You just have to work with what you got, guy.
That Film Riot guy?
I don't know what that is.
It's like him and his brother. I've watched a lot of his videos because I'm like, I guess he rents his equipment, and because for some reason he must just have his shit together and like know what he wants and how to do it. And they did like short films, and I watched both of them, and they were actually pretty fucking good, minus a few like you can like that guy's not the best actor. But
yeah.
For this fucking like it looks good, like, the audio sounds good, the idea's great. Like maybe if they had like 10 more years of experience, like this could be a real movie.
Yeah.
But he always gives tips on like the simplest movie effects, like gunshots, and like he shows you how to rig it up. And what you need is this, and this, and you shoot it, and it's a simple thing of just moving the camera fast, and then showing you how to throw a dagger, and then you do 2 separate shots, like one next to the guy throwing it, and then you do it again, but next to the guy that gets hit with a knife already in his helmet, and you just move the camera real fast and have him do that. I mean, it's just really simple. Tricks like that, and they did the Superman one, and then they did the sci-fi teleport thing, and it looks fucking good.
Yeah.
And he uses like a Canon or a picture camera.
Yeah, a DSLR.
And then sometimes he rents like $400, I'm assuming a day cameras. And one time he used like
so what are you liking his camera's work, or are you liking like the
well, can you look up one? I mean, you don't have to keep recording, but I mean, like you there was one, it wasn't that long, and it was no premise. I think they just wanted to try to make something with effects.
Yeah. But stuff with people who go and rent stuff usually like a Trey Manchester, they'll have the whole thing worked out in advance. They'll have done rehearsals or run-throughs. They'll have you know what I mean? They put in a whole shitload in advance, and I don't think that's what you're going for here. Like, that's the long-term goal, obviously.
Yeah.
To be getting paid on a daily basis to the only thing is to make this 90 minutes the best 90 minutes it could possibly be, and rewrite it for 6 months, go film it in 30 days or whatever, in 2 weeks, and be done with it, and then just edit it. Like, that's fucking movie prep. Like, if I think you need a quicker outlet is all. I just feel like if you had the ability
for me
to
to
do
be
it in a week.
satisfied to make movies, I would just be like, I want to pick the script. I'll pick the script, then I'll be there to shoot it, and then
Yeah.
I'm having other people do my shit while I go on to something else.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know if that's plausible for somebody that's like a famous.
Well, but that's a director. That's somebody that's like a Spielberg or
but
somebody
what,
who
they
gets
go
called in
back
to-
then and say, no, I don't like that. Change that.
You can. I mean, J.J. Abrams does stuff like that. He'll be in charge of Star Wars, and then he won't do the second
So
one.
what,
or
they
he'll-
lay out everything for the editors?
Yeah.
Or
I
what
mean,
if they
they
came
say
back
this
and they're
was-
like, what the fuck have you done to this movie? Like, has that ever happened?
Yeah, I'm sure it has. They did it with. What do you mean? Back to the Future. They did that with what's his name? The other actor that was playing Eric Stoltz. That was playing Marty McFly.
Oh,
They were
I meant
shooting
like
for 4 weeks and then decided, oh shit, this sucks,
Oh,
and they recast as
Yeah.
with Michael J. Fox.
holy shit. I need a cigarette.
Yeah, so all I'm saying is don't let any of these things be excuses or reasons to not do stuff. I'm trying to teach myself the same thing. So I'm not lecturing you. I'm just saying
Yeah.
it out loud so that I hold myself to it too.
And then I think, I'm like, is it because I have like bad ADD or something that I can't fucking get anything done, or am I using that as an excuse? But I'm never fucking focused, man.
So just before you leave, let's write down a fucking schedule for something to happen. A timetable for something to happen. For me too. I'm going to write down a timetable for me to finish editing an episode of Blinkered, and I'm going to have it done by that time. Like before next podcast, before next episode of Joel Henderson Show, I'm going to have an episode of Blinkered edited. I've said it. Now it must happen. So what can you do? What's the next step to doing what you want to become? Like we talked about with the 4-year thing, where you're like, oh, I don't want to do 4 years of college. No, but if I
Why do
had
you
done
wanna
it
go,
already,
man? There's
no,
no
I
point.
understand. But for the sake of the conversation, you had said, man, if I had gone to college, I'd already be done,
Yeah.
or whatever. And it's like, exactly. So something I read recently is don't let the amount of time it's going to take to accomplish something deter you, because the time's going to pass anyways. And won't you feel better at the end if you had done the thing rather than not done the thing?
Yeah.
So do stuff. That's the fucking point of life, is do stuff. And be supportive of your friends, people. You know what I mean? Who else do you got but the people that you're working with? All I'm asking for is a little bit of clarity in saying we would like you to go to comeuppance.com, COMEUPPENCE.com, and click on the Amazon link to go and buy all of your Amazon things. It doesn't charge you any extra, but it sends us a little bit of cash. You can also go to althatisbig.com if you prefer that, if that's easier, spelling-wise. Al that is big, just like it sounds. And that will forward to the same comeuppance link, and you can get all your stuff. And
I'm Jim Linus. Follow me on Twitter at Jim Linus. Facebook.com.
Oh my God, I never do
/Linus Revolution.
I'm at comeuppance on Twitter and Facebook.com/comeuppance.
If you want to be in any projects, send me a message and we'll come up with something.
I'm actually going to start filming again for Promoting Pegasus. I'm shooting an interview next Thursday. So if anybody is in a band or has ever been in a band and wants to be interviewed for the piece or has anything they'd like to contribute, just get a hold of us. And I'm going to go eat a delicious dinner that my lovely wife has made for me, consisting of cream of chicken soup, or with chicken cut up in it, and that cooked, and then you pour that over rice, and steamed cauliflower and peas.
And I'm going to leave.
All these memories in my mind, I'm still a secret lemonade drinker.